everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Joy, and
hi, and also if you're watching this video on my channel, welcome to my channel. This is Torin with Torin Talks, and today we kind of just wanted to do a little chit-chatty kind of talk about, you know, being a creator, being a person who's kind of in the position to make content, or just in general, like just a light little chit chat. So we're just gonna, you know, do a little chit chat. Actually, you know what we should have did? We should have just got our little wine and had wine down like on Insecure. Putting this out there for anybody else who is kind of struggling with either being a creative or a person that's in a creative space. Sometimes it's hard to continue to make content when other things are kind of going on that are kind of demanding your attention at the same time. And for me, I know when I started my channel, it was kind of like the only thing that I kind of had going in a forward motion at that point. So it was easy for me to kind of focus all my attention in on that one particular thing, because that was the only thing that I had to focus on. And now, here I am, you know, 3-4 years later, that has kind of changed. And I don't know if my mentality that approaching it is what changed, or just life in general has changed a lot for me. So time management was the thing that was kind of hurting me.
because we were talking earlier, just catching up, you know, when it comes to being creative or being, you know, putting out content out there, it doesn't matter what topic or what genre. When it comes to creativity and kind of getting started and putting yourself out there, it's really scary. And for me, there's a lot of self-doubt that kind of comes into play as to why I haven't, you know, put out more videos. And even when I have the time and the opportunity, I literally will psych myself out because of some bullshit.
Yes, when you do watch a lot of YouTube, or you do watch a lot of people in this kind of thing, and you see them with the giant crews, and you know, they have like 2 assistants, they have an editor, they have, you know, there's like a squad, there's like a team. And for me, I know for me personally, I was doing all the filming, the editing, the hosting, the producing, everything. Like everything, the lighting, I was doing everything on my own. I'm still doing everything on my own. You know, it became overwhelming sometimes because it would just be easier to have, you know, that one other person to kind of bounce off of. I want someone to help me so it's not as strenuous, but then I'm also kind of, that's excusing me not doing anything, which is not cool. Being a creative, sometimes, you know, it is super awesome to have like somebody that you can like hold you accountable and all that, but sometimes you can be in a position where everyone around you doesn't understand what the fuck you're doing. And for me, that was a lot of my life. And sometimes no one has to understand what you're doing. They don't have to get it. It's not for them to get.
Right. Like you said, not everybody is gonna know what you do. Not everyone's gonna understand it, and not everyone's gonna get it. Me on the other hand, like I have friends till today, they don't have a clue what else they might do for it. All you can ask for is just for them to be supportive.
I just became doubtful in myself. Like, I got something to say, but who the fuck's listening? And I guess you kind of have to not think about that, because if you do, then you'll never do anything, because you're always, and I'm not the type of person to really worry about what other people have to say. So it was really hard for me to kind of be in this position, because normally it's like I could care less. Like when I started my channel, I didn't care what anyone thinks. I just wanted to do videos about the things that I liked, and people weren't talking about them. So I just decided to do it. It was not, like, I didn't wake up and was like, you know what, girl, she about to be YouTube star of the world. Like, no, that's not, no. Now there's like millions of channels that are talking about, like, you know, pop culture, comics, all this stuff. But it's like, you can't let that stop you, because all people can be talking about that all day, but they're not looking at it from your perspective, your vantage point. You know, the things that you bring to the table are different.
For me, the way I look at it, and from my struggle perspective, again, you know, I'm on the, you know, motivation, positive affirmations, you know, encouragement, empowerment, teaching, training, workshops, all that kind of stuff. And it's like every day outside of YouTube, outside of this, people are like, do you have a YouTube channel? Do you do this? Do you do that? I'm like, I do, but I just can't get myself to actually, do it because of the self-doubt and the fear of how people would react. Just like you said, who's listening? Why would anyone want to listen to me? And what do I have to say? And just the judgment in general. So the way I want to kind of present this, and this is for anybody, if you're watching, this applies to any part of your life, if it's career, if it's family, if it's a travel, whatever it is, your goal, your dreams, your purpose, your passion is like, there is really no set time. We all say, oh, one day, tomorrow comes, you find a good excuse and not to do it. No, I can list all the excuses between I don't have lighting, I don't have anyone editing my stuff. So because of that, I'm not going to do anything. At the end of the day, I'm really costing myself, and it's not fair to anyone out there who my story, my perspective, my opinion, or my experience in general would really help. I recently relocated to California. I will talk about this later. I will put out videos on the process, my experiences, and for those of you who are looking to relocate. But one of the big reasons I did relocate is to kind of help me break out of my shell, help me break out of my own shyness and judgment, because yes, the world is going to judge you whether you do or you don't. You put out the video, you're going to get judged. You don't put out the video, you're going to get judged. What you say or don't say, you will get judged. So at the end of the day, you can't cripple yourself because of what people would say. And to be quite frank, I'm speaking to those who watch YouTube videos all day and who say, I could do that, but it's not that easy. It's not that easy when you look at all the stuff that really goes into just putting out a video.
Just getting in front of a camera is gonna take some kind of confidence. Yeah. But however, I feel like there's a difference versus, like you said, if you're getting in front of the video and being funny, it's like, even if it's bad, you can say, oh, that was part of the joke or the skit or what have you. And I'm not taking anything away from people who do that, because like there's people on YouTube who do those comedy skits. I ain't doing all that shit. So,
but I don't think they know what I mean.
No, I'm about to explain it.
Well, can I explain it so they know what I mean? To reword it is basically one thing that I have struggled with, and that is watching all the different YouTube videos is be real, be honest, be natural, don't try to copy anybody else, let it be what you are. So, because my thing is, okay, do I want to be like super professional, or do I want to be like just me? Like, just me. Sometimes I'm professional, sometimes I'm not. So all those things are going through my head, like, well, I don't want someone to watch this and then they think I'm terrible or whatever. You just have to be who you are and let it come out naturally, and not worry about what anybody else thinks, or what the comments are going to be, or what the reviews are going to be.
So we were speaking earlier off camera, and I was telling her about how I got a message from someone who was like, hey, I love your channel, why'd you stop doing videos? Or like, you haven't posted in a long time, please post something, because I love like your videos. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, so not saying that you need validation from other people, because you don't, because it doesn't matter if 50 million people are liking your videos, if you're still not getting that validation within yourself, it's not gonna fucking matter anyway.
Right.
So it's not that, but it just was nice to know that someone's listening, and it was just kind of like a little push to kind of keep going and doing what I'm doing. Another thing that kind of like really slowed me down with doing videos is that I had did a series that I was really, really passionate about. Like I did a whole concept, like a whole mock-up. Like I worked on it for months and months. I put all the videos together, like I did all this research. I learned all these new editing techniques and all this stuff, because I just really wanted this to be a solid series. And it really didn't get hardly any traction. I don't know, it was just discouraging to see something that you just put like so much effort into it and it not just kind of do anything. But I guess maybe that's ego talking. And I'm not gonna, say that I don't. I mean, I feel like people that are artists, they all have a little bit of it.
To have like the punch, like I got like a straight up jack, whoop, like straight up.